John Cena is pulling back the curtain on his intense hair transplant recovery process. The WWE legend revealed the brutal reality of his November 2024 surgery and the alien-like swelling that followed while he was filming in Budapest. It is a raw look at his dedication to the look, and we have the full story on how he turned fan criticism into his latest motivation.
Looking for a fast-charging, ultra-responsive stylus for your iPad? Meet the 2X Fast Charge Active Stylus Pen, designed for 2018 to 2025 Apple iPads. Take your creativity and productivity to the next level. Click the link in the video description to shop now on Amazon.
The dust has finally settled on the chaotic and unforgettable WrestleMania 42. From the high-flying acrobatics in the Intercontinental Championship ladder match to Obafemi asserting his dominance over Brock Lesnar, the weekend was a roller coaster of legends and rising stars. We are breaking down why Roman Reigns and CM Punk delivered the main event masterclass we all desperately needed. CM Punk is taking a trip down memory lane to revisit his iconic 2011 clash with John Cena. The best in the world is calling the Chicago legend his true wrestling soulmate, detailing how they once combined forces to save a struggling product. You do not want to miss his candid thoughts on how they caught lightning in a bottle and defined an entire era. We are also going behind the scenes at WrestleMania 42 to catch up with your favorite stars and viral sensations. We grilled everyone from Liv Morgan to Austin Theory to find out which legendary entrance theme reigns supreme and how the industry is handling the massive hype. Make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell so you never miss a beat of our coverage. Ever wonder what happens when the man who literally promised he could never be seen decides to finally face his own reflection head-on? John Cena, the 17-time world champion and Hollywood icon, is opening up about a transformation that fans have been noticing for months: a full-blown hair transplant. But forget the glossy celebrity marketing. Cena is pulling back the curtain on a recovery process that sounds more like a scene from a sci-fi flick than a typical grooming routine. During a candid conversation over WrestleMania weekend, Cena broke down exactly what went down back in November 2024. He didn't sugarcoat it, calling it a genuine surgery that demands absolute discipline. For the first 2 weeks, it was basically an open wound that couldn't get wet. He described the recovery as a brutal gauntlet, mentioning how the swelling makes your skull look genuinely alien. Imagine walking through the scenic Christmas markets of Budapest, prepping for a movie role, while dealing with the post-op reality of a swollen alien head. It's a far cry from the lights of the WWE ring, but for a guy who has survived every finisher in the book, he took it in stride. So what actually triggered this? Interestingly, it wasn't just a personal vanity project. Cena admitted that the fans, who are notoriously brutal, played a massive role. He noted that for years, the audience was quick to point out his thinning hairline, effectively holding him accountable for his own appearance. He even dropped a heavy truth bomb, saying that if there wasn't so much societal shame surrounding male hair loss, he would have handled this a decade ago. It's a fascinating insight into how even the toughest guys in entertainment struggle with the same insecurities as the rest of us. Now his routine is all about maintenance: red light therapy, minoxidil, and the meticulous process of moving hair one by one. It's a reminder that even the biggest stars are constantly evolving, both inside and outside the ring. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the human side of wrestling's greatest legend, hit that like button and subscribe for more industry updates. At the end of the day, it's not just about the hair. It's about owning your narrative, even when the crowd is shouting it from the cheap seats. WrestleMania 42 was truly a tale of 2 nights, a roller coaster where the opening act left us scratching our heads, but the main event delivered everything we crave from the grandest stage of them all. Night 1 felt oddly disjointed, with matches rushing by like a blur of commercials, failing to hit that emotional sweet spot. It was a card that, frankly, left me feeling a bit cold. But then, Sunday hit. Night 2 was a masterclass in pacing and payoff, peaking with that electrifying clash between Roman Reigns and CM Punk. You could feel the weight of the moment as Roman delivered that final spear. That right there is the definition of a satisfying storybook ending. Contrast that with the muddled chaos of Cody Rhodes and Randy Orton, a feud that felt like it had tied itself into an impossible knot, and you see exactly where the difference lies between a legendary main event and a missed opportunity. It wasn't all bad, though. The debut of Obafemi was a genuine changing of the guard moment that had the Allegiant Stadium shaking, and Brock Lesnar's departure, while complex given the headlines, felt like a definitive closing chapter for the Beast. Then there was the Intercontinental Ladder match, a chaotic symphony of acrobatics that reminded us why we love this sport, even when the ad breaks try to ruin the fun. From Trick Williams solidifying his status as the next big thing to Rhea Ripley asserting her dominance over Jade Cargill, Sunday reminded us that when WWE hits the mark, it's untouchable. WrestleMania 42 was a lesson in consistency. One night felt like a scattered highlight reel, the other felt like history in the making. What did you think of the booking decisions on Saturday? Drop a comment below, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button, because in this business, the story never truly ends. Have you ever wondered what happens when the perfect storm of talent, tension, and a hostile crowd collide to change the course of history? Back in the early 2010s, WWE was in a creative rut, but there was one singular light piercing through the darkness: the legendary collision between CM Punk and John Cena at Money in the Bank 2011. It wasn't just a match, it was a cultural phenomenon. Looking back on that electric night in Chicago, Punk recently opened up on all the smoke, and his take on why that night felt so different is fascinating. He credits the magic entirely to the fans and the uncertainty hanging in the air. Everyone knew Punk's contract was expiring, everyone knew he was walking out the door, and because of that, the atmosphere was thick with a won't he energy that you just can't manufacture. But the real surprise here, Punk's candid praise for his rival. He calls John Cena his wrestling soulmate, and admits that in an era where top stars were often protective and stingy with the spotlight, Cena was the opposite. He handed Punk the ball and told him to run. It's a perfect metaphor, Cena as the steady quarterback and Punk as the explosive running back, consistently finding the end zone together. It reminds us that behind every great rivalry, there's often a deep layer of mutual respect that pushes the industry forward. What do you think? Was this the greatest match in modern wrestling history? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more deep dives into the stories that define the ring. After all, sometimes it takes a bit of chaos to create a classic that lasts forever. Ever wondered what happens when the biggest icons in wrestling collide with the chaotic energy of the internet? Welcome to the epicenter of sports entertainment, WrestleMania 42. We're on the ground, straight from the heart of the action, to settle one of the most debated questions in history. What is the greatest entrance theme of all time? From the Hall of Fame to rare sit-downs with the legendary John Cena, we're peeling back the curtain on everything you missed. Let's start with that iconic sound. Everyone from Nia Jax to Jacob Fatu agrees. The glass-shattering intro for Stone Cold Steve Austin isn't just a song. It's a cultural phenomenon that instantly spikes your adrenaline. But the energy shifts gears when we talk about the wild card of the weekend, Show Speed. We caught up with LA Knight and Austin Theory to get the scoop on Speed's transition into the squared circle. Theory admits that while jumping over cars is one thing, taking a bump in a WWE ring is a different beast entirely. Still, he's impressed by the kid's work ethic as he prepares for his massive WrestleMania debut alongside Logan Paul. Is Speed ready for the bright lights, or is he in over his head? We'll find out soon enough. If you're loving this behind-the-scenes look at the biggest event on the planet, make sure to hit that subscribe button and stay tuned for more exclusive interviews. WrestleMania is a stage where legends are born and memes turn into reality. Are you ready for the main event?